Here comes a new challenger!
Hello there everyone, and welcome to Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. We're back for the Nightmare playthrough, and then we're moving on to Curse of the Moon 2. But if you guys want to see an ultimate playthrough, I will be doing it for a stream. I haven't gotten a stream schedule up yet by the time of this recording, but I will make one soon, and we're gonna have fun with it, alright? But with that all being said, let's get started with Nightmare playthrough. In order to save Zangetsu, who has fallen into darkness, his allies set out on once more. So basically, the plot, and we're going back to veteran. The plot to Nightmare mode is, well, we're gonna get that summary. At Journey's end, Zangetsu protected his allies at the cost of succumbing into the darkness. In order to stop him, his allies venture forth once more. They have to take their ally's life, but can they still save his soul? Well, I guess we're gonna find out now. So in this playthrough, you only have access to all the party members, but you do not have access to Zangetsu. Things do get a little bit harder, as you will soon see. But now that we have access to all of our party members, we can now go into different places that we haven't gone before. Let's get, yeah. So this is essentially Nightmare playthrough. You know, it's as simple to describe as it gets. I don't know what to tell you guys. But hopefully things become a little bit easier, because you know, I don't want to have too much of a painful playthrough. All right, but let's just get this shield up, and let's just, all right, ow, there you go, got rid of him. Let's have Jeeble open this up. Boom. Oh, all right. Boom, stick. All right. Now, for a majority of this playthrough, I probably will be playing a Miriam, because Miriam is just, she's as close to Zangetsu as we're gonna get, or close to a Belmont as we're gonna get, because without Zangetsu, I don't really have his quick slashes and all that sort of fun stuff that he has. So things are gonna get a little bit harder with her, but not a problem. Just checking, breaking some, you know, some walls with sticks here. And yeah, so we're just gonna drop down here. And, oh, she's the only one missing health. So let's go. There you go. All right, boom. Just keep refilling. Honestly, Alfred is such a lifesaver. I don't know if you guys ever played this game, but having a character that just basically gives you a free shield is so helpful. And yeah, so now that we know what to look forward to, we're definitely gonna try to play it a little bit. Ah, no, I didn't want to grab the, no. No, pero ¿por qué? Yo no quería eso. Okay, well, you know what? Before we go, let me check this here. Give me something good, please. Awesome. Let's just break this. Get ourselves some. Whoa there. Not gonna hit me. But if we go here, hey, look, we can slide right down. And, well, there's this guy in the middle of the way. Let's see if we can bash him a new one. So, freeze won't work. Pain, they give you freeze and you can't even use it. Whatever. Game sucks. Alright. No. Goodbye. Goodbye. They do give you that alternate path if you don't have the weapon needed. But I think we're gonna be good for now. Luckily, we have Jeeble, who gives us if he breaks a blue if he breaks a purple lantern, because here's how the lanterns work. Okay, so for those who didn't watch the original playthrough, which I highly suggest you do so, Jeeble, actually no, we're not gonna need the fire protection. So Jeeble, his only sub weapon is the bat transformation, nothing else. So when he tries to grab a blue purple lantern, the purple lantern does nothing for him, because hold on, if you freeze, it does extra damage, and boom, just damage all around. Just to escape from that, boom, the falling things. Here's something different now. Now the flame of, well, whatever they are, the fireballs that come crashing down will now well, they'll now start coming in, and they'll leave residue on the ground there, so you have to be careful about that. Okay, but now let's try leaving. Okay, now you can break that residue, but still kind of obnoxious to deal with. But as always, these bosses have a desperation attack, so for this one, this is how you avoid it. You just go behind the wall that he makes, and you're good. So again, this is the same playthrough, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you are asking, well, why are we playing the same game all over again? Well, that's because there's a different story to this one. Ultimate mode doesn't really have a different story, but it's essentially the same story as the main campaign, but now you have an ultimate powered Sengetsu and in the hardest difficulty of the game. Now let's go back. Fire shield? No, this one sucks. Okay. Whatever. Hopefully we can get some fire shield goodness. So far things don't seem all too different, and they really aren't going to be for a bit, but you'll soon see that because of the extra routes that we have access to, things will become a tiny bit harder. And now let's go. Here we go. So yeah, like I said, things are not gonna be so fun. And boom, I love that. No. Now let's break that with Jeeble. There you go. When it comes to Curse of the Moon, it is basically a classic Castlevania game. Like, I mean, there's no other way to best describe it. It really is just a classic Castlevania game. We're talking like 1, 2, well, not 2 necessarily, but there you go. Now we can actually break all of that, because now we have access to Alfred when we didn't have access to him before. And here's something interesting you could do. So first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna freeze that. We're gonna grab this, and now we're gonna break it. I'm pretty sure there was another one here, but yeah, I just had to be sure. And then you transform into Jeeble. There you go, another pathway. So even though we are playing what we already experienced before, now it's just a lot more interesting, right? Because now we're experiencing new pathways that we haven't had before. Get away from me. Gosh, what could I not done with Alfred? Alfred is pretty good, not gonna lie though. Alfred himself can't obviously do a whole lot, but his spells are really nice, and having just a character that can easily dispatch of enemies, it's just really good. Most of the time, once you have Alfred, you're mainly going to be using him as the weapon usage, right? You're not really going to be saving your weapon energy for, say, Miriam's sub-weapons or Zangetsu sub-weapons. It's mainly either you're doing it for Jeeple's Flight or Alfred's spells. Though obviously Alfred's spells do have a cost, but still incredibly powerful nonetheless. And they don't really cost all too much once you know how to manage your resources and such, and know how to really get some places with this. But of course, what we were gonna do here is grab that, and now let's go for Miriam. This will give us the battle axe. Now what we're gonna do is drop down, spam a little bit in front of his face, bada boom, easy peasy. Break this here, slide right through. Again. Oh wait, never mind. But you can just slide right through. And now we have even more weapon to work with. So again, bait out the enemy. Boom. Jeeble up close is super dangerous because of the amount of damage he can really deal. But okay. I should have saved that for Miriam. That's fine though. We'll be good. We will be good. Alright, let's turn this on because we can run with this. And now we're at the boss. I wish we did get the frozen ability, because frozen enemies get double the amount of damage dealt with to them, and with Miriam's battle axe, that is damaging. But of course, we gotta stay down close, make sure to avoid the pillars. I don't know how that did not hit me, but it didn't. And the damage dealt will be even more. And as you can tell, kind of crazy. The amount this boss throws at you at this time around is quite a lot. So you got to be a lot more careful. I am getting hit way more than before. But if we're smart, whatever. Here you go. Jump over that. Void 1, 2, 3, and then here you go. Try to deal as much damage as you possibly can. Alright, shield up again. Again, you could just deal all this damage to the boss free of charge until you run out of weapon energy. But luckily, we defeated the boss. We're all at low health, but we managed to make it through. So again, just like before, just listen and jump through. There you go, you get an extra life. So when you dodge the, I think I mentioned this, yeah, I mentioned this in the previous playthrough, but when you dodge the desperation move, you do get a health, like you do get a life up. The lives only matter in veteran difficulty, but still pretty nifty. Now for this playthrough, I'm gonna try to make it a bit quicker now that I have access to all these other characters. And hopefully that'll make things a little bit more interesting to watch, because now we get to go through, go through shortcuts that we didn't have access to before. Let's break this. I don't want the dagger. I really don't want that dagger. Here we go, moving along. Now let's break that. Here you go. So again, another use of Jeeble's powers. Let's try breaking this. Anyone need health? Nope. So with Jeeble, we can now fly through these small gaps. Again, using all your teammates' abilities to their advantage. Enemies that are gonna be really annoying, hey, now we have Alfred's ability to deal with that. Whoops. Because who doesn't love a little bit of a fire shield? Of course, these guys won't die in one hit, but at least we're a bit safer than before. Let's just switch into Jeeble, because I don't want Miriam to die. Because honestly, in this mode, things become a little harder. Having Miriam is essential, in my opinion, because these other two characters, while strong, yes, don't really have the range that you'd like in a character. So it's best to keep in mind to keep Miriam alive. And that's what I'm trying to do here. So let's just get through here. Get some weapon energy here. Good. We're making it through. Boom. Some health. Health would be nice. Something I like about Bloodstained is that the actual health items are hearts, whereas in Castlevania it's just meat that's just there on the wall for whatever reason. I don't get why it's there, but it's there. Okay, well now we gotta watch out for the old man, especially in this hallway. Things are gonna get a little bit more scary because, well, those guys are here. Those enemies, they lunge at you when you get close enough, so the best way to deal with them is to just jump over them. But of course we have a spiked ceiling above us, and that's no good, especially here when one spawns literally in a place where how are you supposed to avoid that normally? I'm just saying, sometimes the difficulty on this one, yo, Alfred is so good. Alfred is, oh my goodness, Alfred is so good, yo. I was holding back with my Alfred. I'm sorry, I'm an Alfred main now. Okay, but in all seriousness, this is all right. Let that go through. I need some health for my girl Miriam right now. All right. Boom, boom. Let's just get this fire shield up and protect ourselves. We don't want to fall because we don't know where we're gonna fall to, so it's important to have this up. No, okay, that worked, but I did not mean to do that. I also didn't mean to drop down like that. That was kind of scary, not gonna lie. Ooh, Green Lantern? That means winning time. I like winning, because now we let the game play for itself. Isn't that right, Alfred? Never mind, Alfred, you failed me. Boom, done. Wall, no, please. I'm kind of low on everything. Game. Okay, well, we should be creeping on the boss of this area soon. That's some good. That is not good. I need health. Hopefully these other routes are making the game a little bit more interesting for you guys to watch too, because I just really wanted to play Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 1, but it would be, you know, blind. I should stress, I'm playing it blindly, but I think it'd be fun to go through the first one just so we could see how much I like it compared to this one. I'll guess, I don't know like how the modes are in that one, but we'll find out. Anyways, now we got more health. Let's break this open. Our health is looking much nicer than before, but because now we have access to other pathways that give us, well, bigger health pools, which is nice. I didn't want to use that again. All right, we're just gonna have this protect us. Never mind. Leave me alone. I accidentally pressed it twice, but now we're at the boss. This boss is pretty simple, all things considered. Even with the harder difficulty, it's not that much harder. And, well, you're gonna soon see with Alfred, who kind of just blends in, not gonna lie. Even with 3, it's enough. And, really, this boss is just a whole rinse and repeat, because he just pushes coins to the wall. Which, by the way, these coins, I don't know if you guys noticed, but these coins do damage to the boss. And if you're close enough, obviously you want to use Jeeble. But pretty simple boss pattern. Actually, there you go. And then for long range, there you go. Miriam is your girl for that. I do find it funny that for Bloodstained, they're like, you know what? Let's go with the good old classic 2 hands boss. You know? But yeah, this is essentially where the boss gets harder and it's gone. You don't really have to worry about the boss getting more difficult because the most the boss does to increase its difficulty is just throw bigger enemies at you, which is fine, but it doesn't really get a new attack. It just sort of does the same thing over and over again. But hey, you know what? The boss can do what it's want, I guess. I didn't make this game. I just play it. So yeah, its 2 weak points are mainly the head and the coins it drags along the ground. So again, you just want to bait this out. There you go. Easy as pie. Again, having Alfred and Jeeble just makes this game a whole lot easier to get through. Yeah, like, sure, we lose Sengetsu, and it's like, well, you see, I got hit, even though I couldn't see. But whatever. As you can see, the Desperation move doesn't really hurt you all too much. I did not get an extra life. Sad. But even though we don't have Sengetsu, it's still pretty easy to get through. So we're just gonna get through 2 more stages, and we should be good. Again, having access to these characters not only makes things easier because you now have access to essentially characters that will give you free shortcuts. Mind you, Zangetsu in terms of the normal playthrough, all he can do is short hop. Like, he has a short hop and he slices things. But that's it. You know what I mean? It's not really all that grand. But as you can see, we're making some good old progress because we have access to characters that just makes our lives easier to get through. But there you go. Jeeble has given us the ability to go across there. Let's break this. Okay, some points. Actually, there you go. Again, let the game play itself at this point. You don't really have to worry about playing the game at this point. Well, as long as you got Alfred, obviously. Well, now let's break that. In terms of like this game alone, in my opinion, it's really fun, and I highly suggest it. It's like $10 on eShop, I think, right now. So again, it's a cheap experience, you know. And the game's meaty. Don't get me wrong. This game may seem short, but the amount of playthroughs you can have makes this game meaty. And again, because you have access to a lot of these characters, you just make things so much easier for yourself. Look at that. I don't have to play the game. Who said I had to play the game? Now, before we went through that pathway, and obviously, I don't want to waste my lightning. But don't worry, Jeeble's on the case. You can't hit them though. Sad. But there you go. With Jeeble, we can easily get across. This obviously is the same area we went through before. But now with Jeeble on our side, you can essentially cover what's below you. Or you can just turn into Alfred and just say psych to everything. Alright. No, I did not want that. There you go. One's all you need. There you go. Just rolling on through. Gosh, man. Whoever said, hey, let's give this guy some lightning powers. Yo, they were kind of spitting a little, you know what I mean? Oh man, they were talking some good stuff. All right, let's take to flight. Let's go. All right, let's get out of that bat form and continue moving forward. Again, this game also becomes a whole lot shorter thanks to having a character like Jeeble ahead of time. because now we can fly through areas that were not possible before, and because we now have access to, well, some of these shortcuts, it also means we have access to some things that we shouldn't have had earlier, such as Alfred's lightning. Like, having this so early makes this game so much more easier. You guys wouldn't believe it. And again, having Jeeble, oh my goodness. Like I said, like, I don't know, like, I just can't really describe it. I know I tend to stutter a lot, and I'm sorry, by the way. I really wish I didn't have that issue of stuttering so much. It's just always been a habit of mine, and I don't know why. Alright, but there you go. I just don't know why I've had this habit, but I do. And so I honestly apologize for that. I wish I could control it, but when it comes to like me talking and playing, or me just doing anything in general, it's so much harder for me than anything else, and I don't know why. I should have saved that heart for Jeeble, but whatever. So lightning again. Let's just boom. Jeeble was in this section, but I think when I had Jeeble, or when I got him, he died way too quickly, which I think that's actually what happened. But now we have the lightning, which we didn't get until I believe the next stage after this one. And so now that we have the lightning, funny screech. All right, 3 lightning bolts. Let's go. All right. So let's do it again. All right. All right. Easily dispatch of these no-nonsense enemies. All right. I don't like being hit. All right. Let's just try to... No. Okay, boom. You gotta pop them when they're still in the mouth. But luckily, with Jeeble here, that task becomes, well, very simple. Now we get out Alfred. Alright. So, okay. There you go. Some nice teabag for you. Alright. 3 lightning bolts. So even though we can't hit him, we only have access to 1 more though. But still, having at least 1 more means we dealt some nice damage to him. So again, the boss fight's the same. Rinse, repeat. Jump below. Avoid getting hit. Jump over this. Boom. Let's switch to Miriam. So duck. Wait for this fireball to go away. Jump. It's so easy. This boss is very easy. It's just that first section can be annoying. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but its body is comprised of both dragon heads. That's really cool. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I think that's really cool. Like, that cool detail, that it's just like the 2 heads as 1 body. But okay, we are in the final stage before we make it to the castle, and then afterwards we will be heading to the next part. But let's just... This song is so good. Okay, boom. Jeeble just does so much damage up close. It's insane. But of course it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt getting some more damage. But these enemies sure can be annoying, can't they? Thankfully, we have Miriam with her range. But we don't want to fall off, right? Alright, so let's just avoid that. Okay, get some health for Jeeble. Now, let's try going down this path here. Let's just whoop. Again, having access to all these characters, I can't stress enough how good this is. Because without most of these characters, I'm sorry, like Zangetsu's fun, And when you play as Max Zangetsu, oh, like that's a trip and a half. But playing as the other characters is so good too. So again, we're back in this room. Pretty simple. Just destroy the dragon head. When you destroy the dragon head, you get all of this back. So let's just take a leap. All right, and whoops. Did not mean to do that. What I meant to do was, there you go. Go in. So I think I lost more than I gained. In order to untransform, you have to like let go of your stick, which is kind of annoying. There you go. Lightning. More lightning. Man, like, and we wouldn't have this earlier in the game. That's the cool part too. Again, like having access to these abilities is just so helpful, and especially in these tight spots. Because a lot of enemies are really gonna get annoying. And that's not to say that Zangetsu's ultimately useless, because he's not. I didn't want to climb down the stairs. That's why I took so much damage for that. But Zangetsu, like, without him in his ultimate form, he's definitely not a fun character. Though hopefully, once I work out a consistent streaming schedule, I will be able to show all that off. It's gonna be great. So with this, if you guys remember, this boss insta kills you. If you don't, but if you have ice, you can insta kill it too. It's a mini boss, but luckily, again, thanks to Alfred, we don't have to worry about some trivial nonsense. We can just spam it and hit it. So again, Jeeble. And with this enemy, you can kill it. Don't worry, because Jeeble, in his form, can sneak past through. Again, pretty useful stuff. But we don't want to lose Jeeble yet. And by yet, I mean not at all. I don't want to lose Jeeble. So let's just have Alfred do his magic. Let's give Miriam some of that life up. And let's keep moving. Okay, here we go. Boom. Annoying enemies? No problem. I don't remember what's up there, so hopefully it's worth it. Is this? Okay, it's just points. It was not worth it. Unfortunate. But hey, that's worth it. So let's go grab that. More health is good. Boom. Let's just finish it off with Jeeble here. Max damage, man. Let's fly up here. Boom. Now everyone's got more health. And, well, Jeeble even got max health. So that's nice. But of course, annoying enemy. No problem. Gosh, man. Alfred is so fun. I can't help it. Again, problem? Not anymore. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's just throw this one out for our friend Jeeble here. Because he would have obviously gotten smoked by that archer. Now let's climb up these steps. Boom. Bam. Get that health. Let's climb up these stairs here. Luckily, you can, if you press up on stairs, you climb up them. And since Miriam has a high jump, hey, it makes things a whole lot easier. But now we have more weapon energy than we did previously. So because of that, or I think we had this just amount. But anyways, boom, damage output. All right, so destroy these things. All right, boom. If you destroy those, you won't have a hard time anymore. The damage output that Alfred can deal is so good. All right, I don't like it here. Okay. Phew. I was afraid there. Okay. But, again, like I said before, crouch. Try to hit the boss. Ugh. Luckily we got a hidden, but still not enough. Though this boss should be just about done. There you go. Alright, so remember, as I said before, this boss, you can actually die via its desperation attack. I don't know why this one, but you can. So get in between here and just shimmy. Just shimmy. Oh my goodness. That was scary. But there you go, guys. We've made it through half of the game. Let them know, Alfred. And now we move on to the castle. We gotta reach the top after all. And so with that all being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this Nightmare playthrough part 1, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next part. Please take care of yourselves. As always, have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!
Coming through, partner, we can do this right. You're the fire, I'm the wind tonight. Burning dread, ha.